All right, let's talk about it. Is the media blowing things out of proportion with Lavar Ball? A lot of people are in a frenzy, Lakers fans and a lot of the sports media guys, because Lavar Ball said it appears that the Lakers are they don't really have that trust in Luke Walton. They're not playing. They're not playing for him anymore. You could just see it in in their play. We got a little. We're just gonna quote some of the things. That's a good team. Nobody wants to play for him. I can see it. No high fives when they come out of the game. People don't know why they're in the game. He's too young. He's too young. He ain't connecting with them anymore. You could look at every player. He's not connected with not one player. A lot of these people didn't even read the article or watch the interview. There was a video with it. Which I'll actually show coming up right after I get done talking real quick. I'll show the video. But a lot of people just saw the headline and they're like, okay, we already hate LeVar Ball, so this article says the players don't trust Luke Walton anymore, so they'll just run with that. We won't watch the interview. We already hate LeVar Ball, so we need a reason to fuel our hate even more. And it appears that they did, so they didn't watch the interview. Now, of course, he did. Jeff Goodman, he didn't actually lie on LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball said these things, but when you have video evidence, it brings you to another perspective, and you're like, okay, I can see what he's saying right here. He wasn't really being that critical of Luke Walton. He was just saying his opinion on how things went. So we'll show the video. Um, in the video, he actually, if you could hear his tone and you see his demeanor, he's saying this is what he tells his kids all the time. Like, when you're getting blown out by 20 or 30 points, that means you're not playing for me anymore, because that means you're not playing with any heart or anything like that. So, uh, that's all he was saying. He wasn't saying that Luke Walton is a terrible coach, but that's how he perceives things. So that's his philosophy on when his teams are getting blown out or anything like that. So he really wasn't used to losing much anyway. He got three great ball players: LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo. So they usually did a lot of winning. So he probably didn't experience getting blown out like that. But those were his thoughts. So I'll play the video now, and you guys let me know what you think. Also, before I get into it, like this is um this is what a lot of people aren't getting in sports. The media, they are made to make these stories to bring more attention to the sport. So every sport, well, most sports, any good sport has a bad guy. Like you see with Odell Beckham Jr. He's like the bad guy of the NFL. You see at NBA, Kevin Durant, LeBron, they were like the bad guys of the NBA. Um, who you got in baseball? I don't know if you really had much. I don't know if you really had a bad guy in baseball. I think people think Bryce Harper's a little douchey, um, but it really, if you notice, baseball is not they're not on the level as NFL and NBA. Like every day, there's kind of like a storyline in the NBA or NFL. So, um, that's all I'm trying to say is they need these villains or the bad guys, so to speak, to bring that attention through. It keeps I guess it keeps people entertained. It keeps people engaged in the sport and actually watching games. But that's what the NFL and NBA do a good job of, making these storylines. Now, albeit I don't think some of them are fair, but I understand why they do it. So that's all I want to say before we tune into the video. So that's my thoughts. I'm gonna play the video, and I just want to know you guys' opinion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I appreciate all love and feedback. I'm out.
You made some strong comments to me earlier off camera about Luke Walton and the fact that so the players didn't want to play. They don't want to play for the
that's the mindset I have on the fact that I'm looking at, like, you lose by 20 and 30. I always said, you lose by 20 and 30, I even tell my boys, you don't want to play for me, you don't want to play. So I tell them that's a problem. And that's what I see on the outside sometimes. And it might be a strong opinion, but it's my opinion on the fact that I'm like, they can't be losing like this. You know, something is going on right there, and I don't know, and they got to work to fix it. But from when I look at things like that and being in that mode when you're losing by that much, I gotta look at something. And I say it's like the guys look like they don't want to play, but that's what I see. They probably want to play for them as hard as they can, but it's going on what I see from an aspect. I'm like, I don't see as many high fives. I don't see as many when guys go to the bench, it look like they're mad that they're coming out. So this is what I assume like that. It may be wrong.
How much,
to me, it's right.
How much have you talked to Lonzo about this?
I haven't talked to Lonzo. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I'm just telling you how I felt about it because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, you can't keep losing like this. Something's got to be wrong. It just can't be, oh, we weren't ready to play. We weren't ready to do it's something. You know, I don't know what it is.
They've lost 9 in a row.
That's a lot of losing. I'm not used to losing like this. Regardless of whose team my boys are on. The losing right there brings up the frustration part. Even though I'm not playing all that, it's more to me. And it's because of the winning that I have with my boys and the way we bred. So losing, I can't see it like, okay, all the players are doing wrong with this and that. I don't know, I don't think go on how I feel about it. And it's not to knock the Lakers or anything like that. It's not to knock the coach. I'm just, you know, I am assertive on like, wow,